Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and today we're going to make a tea and chocolate pack. We're going to make this for a friend of ours who's been under the weather, sick for a while, so we're going to put her some tea and chocolate in there and hopefully try to cheer her up. So you're going to start out with a piece of cardstock that is 6 inches by 9 inches. And you're going to score, you're going to put it on the 9-inch side, and you're going to score at 4 and at 5. Alright, so we're going to put this away for right now. Okay, now we're going to put some mats on here. So this is going to be the inside, and I want some really pretty mats on here. So again, I'm going to use that Havana, I believe it is. Yes, it's the Havana from Prima. I'm going to use that cardstock because I think it's so pretty. And I'm going to put these mats on the inside of here, and I did cut mine a little bit shy so that my green would show. You can cut them any size that you want, but I just think it's pretty with that, the dark green and these leaves on this, and then that dark green there. I think that's pretty. So these mats are cut at 5.5 by 3.5. Now, like I said, if you want them a little bit larger, you can cut them larger where you don't have so much showing. It just depends on what you like. And, oops, don't stick it down before you need to. So we're going to put that right there. Good thing my glue dries clear. But we're going to put another piece up there anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But it does dry clear, our art glitter glue. And I will put the link for our art glitter glue below. We still have plenty in stock right now. Remember to always stock up, buy a little long so that you'll have plenty when it comes winter time, because we can't ship it in the winter, unfortunately. Okay, then we cut a little piece that we're going to put right here, and this piece is cut, let's see if I can find my measurements. I may just have to use my, I think it's cut at 3, yes, it's cut at 3/4 by 5.5. So we're going to put that right where that folds, on the little fold in there, we're going to put that there. There we go. It's cute already, isn't it? Now, it's going to stand up like this because our pockets are going to go in here. So, on these outside mats, I want both of them to go up. So, we're going to put this one here. This is going to be our outside mat. And then this one is going to go just like that. And then we have this little piece that goes in the center right there. But before we put these mats on, I'm going to go ahead and do the pockets for the inside. So for the big chocolate pocket, you're going to need a piece of cardstock that is 3.5 by 7. And what we're going to do on it is we're going to score at 1/2 inch and at 1 inch. Whoops, like I scored crooked. Turn it 1/2 and 1. Turn it again and 1/2 and 1. This gets you two short sides and one long side you've got scoring on at 1/2 inch and 1. And don't try to write all of these measurements down. I will have all of this on my blog. As soon as I get finished with this, I will go over there and put it on the blog. Then you're going to need 2 pockets that are cut the same size. This is for the tea packs, and this would be 3.5 by 4.5. And you're going to score those the same way. You're going to score at 1/2. Whoop! I can't go straight today. 1/2 inch and 1. This is a really heavy cardstock. 1/2 inch and 1. I have to slow myself down. 1/2 inch and 1. And I'm going to go over this again just to make sure that I got it scored right. And then we'll take this one and do the same thing. That is your scoring done on your pockets. Now what you want to do is where you have these 4 little corners, you want to just cut those away, just like we've done so many times before. You don't need any of that. So you can just cut that out like this. And I'm going to go ahead and cut our score line out too, just so this will fold over a little bit better. So just like that. Then you can go ahead and do your folding. Okay, so you got that one. Let's go ahead and cut these before we start putting anything together. Again, you've got those little boxes. You want to cut those boxes out. Okay, we're going to use score tape to put these together and to mount them in there because we do have some of that rose gold on there, so we want to make sure that these stick really well. So you want to flip it over. This is going to be our inside. You want to flip it over and you want to put your score tape on the outside. And let me find my little block. These little blocks are ideal for cutting the score tape and getting it cut straight. And they're only, I think, a couple of dollars. I'll link to those below as well. See how easy that is? You can tear this, yes, but it just makes it a little bit easier when you just put that block up on there and then just pull on it. So let's go ahead and put our score tape on all of these. You'll put in on the same spot on all of them, right out here at that score line right there. You're going to put your score tape on that on all 3. Now I also use my little block to go over my score tape and burnish it down. Just use the edge of it. It does really, really well. You want to make sure your score tape is burnished down so that it doesn't come up when you start trying to take the backing off of it. Now you're just going to take the backing off. I go ahead and take it off of all 3 sides. And then you're just going to fold it up. We've made these lots of times before. You're just going to fold it up like that, and that's going to sit on top of that one. Just try to get it as straight as you can so that your corner will be nice and straight. There you go, just like that. So see, there's your pocket already. So we want to put this down, just kind of center it up. Now this is the fold right here, so I'm going to come down probably about 1/4 inch above where my paper ends, so that's going to be about 1/2 inch above that fold, and I'm going to put that down like that. Let me show you where I did that. So here's my fold, there's my score line, and then there's the end of my paper. I've got about 1/4 inch from the paper, or if you're going to want to measure from the score line, you just come up about 1/2 inch. And then just go ahead and press that down like that. So there's one of our pockets. That's our pocket for our little chocolates. Now the mat for this piece is cut at, let me make sure this is my mat. Yes, this is my mat. The mat for this one is cut at 4.5 by 2 1/4. There again, if you don't want as much of your green to show as I have, then you can make them a little bit wider. I just like the green showing. And then I have punched using that same punch that I did the other day. And this is an old Fisker's punch, and it's just the roses. I used it the other day, and if I can find it, I'll link it below, but it's an oldie. I just punched that a little bit, and I'm going to put that across the top. Just kind of decorate it up a little bit. Now I just need to decide if I want to go from one end of the pocket to the other, or just where the paper is. I think I'm going to go all the way. One end of the pocket to the other. So all I did was punch it, and then just, you can see it embosses just a little bit right there, and I just cut it to where that embossing started. So I think I'm going to start on this end right there, and then just glue it down, and then I'll just trim that excess off. I'm going to make sure that it doesn't stick up above the end of my pocket, because I don't want those little flowers to get bent when I try to put the chocolates and things in there. Alright, so we will trim this off right there. So there's that on our little pocket. I think that's cute. And then we can go ahead and take the backing off of the score tape on these and put these down. These are for our little tea packs, and I'm not even sure that I have any tea packs here, but if I can't fill it up with something, at least you know the sizes. Okay, now on these, make sure that the top of your pocket doesn't flare out. Make sure that it's straight up and down. Start one, whoops, we're going to put it this way. Start one about the same place that you started the end of this. So it's going to be about right there. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just somewhere along in there. And the reason we're turning these up this way is because when it closes, you want your pockets to be at the top so things don't fall out. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put our other one on there. Now for this one, you can either put it right up against that one or leave a little gap between them. It doesn't matter, whichever one you want. I made them small enough that you can leave a little tiny gap if you want, but I'm just going to kind of even mine up one side to the other. Let's see if that's about right. That looks about right. And then just make sure that that's glued down well in there. And then the mats for these are cut at 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So we're going to put those mats right there. And then again, we have some of this that we're going to put right across the top. So I'm going to glue that down. So there are our pockets. Now before we cover the outside, I'm going to glue some ribbon down in the center to tie this. And I'm just going to kind of measure to find my center on here. Looks like I have it about right there. And I'm going to put just a little bit of my ATG tape there, and then just stick this part of the ribbon down, just like that. And then we'll go ahead and put our mat down on top of that so that it doesn't show. I'd rather do this than punch holes, because if you punch the holes, sometimes they will pull out if you put very much in there. So So now that is in there, and then we'll flip it around and we're going to do the other side the same way. This is a really cute project, but it's not hard to make at all. Once you get all your pieces cut, it's just a matter of putting them together and it's finished. Then we're going to put this right there on the bottom. This will be the bottom, but I am going to go ahead and cover it. So that goes there. And then I've also punched these, and this is from a Martha Stewart punch that I got a while ago. If I can find these punches and things, I will definitely put the link to those below. I know we don't carry them, but if I can find them somewhere, I will link them below for you. And I'm going to put that right there at the top. And again, I'm just going to glue it up, put it down, and then trim it. Okay, we're going to trim that off. Just like that. So there we have it on that end. Isn't that cute? And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Now I did cut these for the inside of this to put right here at the top, just to give this top part a little bit more strength since you're going to be tying that bow. So I think I am going to put those right there. I just think it'll give it a little bit more strength there at the top since I didn't fold my paper over. A lot of times I'll just make the paper long enough that I can fold it over. I didn't this time, but we'll just do this. That just gives that edge more strength because you don't want that fraying on somebody or breaking loose. You don't want your ribbon coming loose, all that kind of stuff. So there you go. So that looks cute. That's just the other side of that paper. It's got a little bird on it. Then we'll flip it around and we'll do one on this end. I just think that gives it a little bit of a finished look, like a box at the top. And then you could run some beads down through there, some bling, just about anything. But see how much stronger it makes this top. And then when you tie that ribbon, let's go ahead and tie the ribbon up. When you put your goodies down in there and tie that ribbon, then you've got that extra strength there to keep it from tearing. There we go. That'll work. So that is the project just about. Now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to decide which one of these I want to use as my front. And it looks like both of them are almost the same. So I think this one will be the front, and I'm just going to do a little bit of stamping, and I'm going to put a little sentiment right down here, and it's just going to say, I just wanted to brighten your day, and then I'm just going to put a little butterfly on there. I think I'm just going to use black ink since I've got a little bit of black in that butterfly. I'm just going to use black to ink this up with, and this is just the Memento black ink. I like these little teardrop ones. They stamp really well usually. Okay, press it down on there and then just hold it 2 or 3 seconds just to give it time for the ink to transfer. Oops, I'm trying to get another block over here is the reason I'm clanging. Okay, there we go. That is cute. And then we're just going to stamp our little butterfly down here on the end. And I think I might try to cut just a little bit of a fishtail in the end of this, just to give it a little bit more of a decoration. I keep calling it decoration today. I have no idea why. There we go. And then we'll just put that down right there. And I do think I'm going to put it up on some dimensional tape. This is our foam tape. We don't have any of this in stock right now, but I will put a link below as to where you can find it. I cannot keep this foam tape in stock. press it down right there. And there you have a very cute box. And you can put all kinds of goodies in here. Those little chocolates, the little miniature size ones, will fit right in there, and then these will hold the little tea bags. I don't have any of either right now because we just got back from vacation and we haven't even bought groceries. But this just gives you an idea of what you can make. You can also put tissue down in there, whatever. If you're giving this to a sick friend, you could stick some tissue down in there and some maybe cough drops or lip balm or something like that on that side, and then tie it up, and you have a fantastic gift for a friend. And you can make a bow better than me, I know. I can make a bow as long as I'm not trying to make one, but when I'm on camera, seems like they never come out right. There we go. That's a little bit better than the first one. Then we're just going to trim these off just a little. We don't need that much. So there you go. It's a sweet box that you can put all kinds of goodies in there and give to a sick friend. You can make up a lot of these and sell them at craft fairs. I know craft fairs are coming up. Put some little goodies in there and sell them at craft fairs. That would be a great idea. Alright guys, that is it for now. I do think I might go around this just with some black ink to do some stitch marks or something on there, so that'll kind of pop off of the box. But that is it. I will talk to you guys later. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And when that little bell pops up, click that little bell so that you'll be notified every time we put up a new video. We're going to try to get a different tutorial video up for you each day this week. Since last week we didn't have but one video up that was a tutorial. And we will talk to you guys later. Bye bye.